To be fair, it was a big threat, and we still
There's a
have
threat that
Yeah, but no one
realize
knows
that was a
that it
threat.
was a threat.
and we still have one other threat that's probably skulking around somewhere.
The only people who know he's a threat are the people we told him about.
Yeah, it's not like Osama bin Laden. Like this is.
To the rest of the city,
Alright.
this
The
is
powers,
just a random guy we've decapitated and took his head.
the powers that be are fully aware of the threat of the demon, okay?
Okay, the powers that be are the powers that be, but you're
Right.
forgetting the rest of the fucking city.
Okay? We get the support of the powers that be. That puts you in a more powerful position and endears you to the people of Villager Town.
If we're going to make a big speech about it, this is not the time to do it.
Okay.
In my honest opinion, that this is the moment that, sure, we have defeated a big threat, but not everyone knows about this threat. Like, a good majority of the entire country does not know about this threat. So, to this, a ruminant has popped up, you know, an extinct species with tons of knowledge that could have been gained from this, and we've killed it and are carrying its head around.
I think you're wasting a perfectly good opportunity, but so be it.
I'm not saying we don't use it for the people who actually know about it, but for the public?
Do you want to be declared Empress right now or not?
No, I'm saying we think about logically instead of jumping on that opportunity that, to me, does not seem like it'll get much use at this moment.
I've said before, empires are not forged by half measures. You have to take opportunities when they arise.
And I'm saying we should go to, instead of having a big speech right now, we instead go to the important people and tell them about this. And
Alright.
use influence there to properly cement the support of Villager Town.
I mean, she does have a point on that. So,
Alright, well, I recommend we first go to Amethyst and deal with her first.
yeah.
Why Amethyst?
Because she betrayed us. She betrayed your people and sold them out.
You can. I honestly can't be fucked with Amethyst.
Well,
Well,
can
then where are you going to go?
we start now and go speak with Amethyst? Because I think we are species feeling.
Yep.
Alright.
You're going to kill an innocent person. Okay.
Alright,
Has the
so
button been pushed?
I'm going to assume you guys are heading out of the sewer and back onto the streets.
A minute. We didn't say hello to the stream yet,
That's
still.
true.
Oh,
What the fuck is up,
It's up,
Everglow?
everybody.
Okay, now
Now
we
we
can go
go.
back then. Alright, yes.
Arguing about in-game politics.
oh yes, everyone loves
I
it.
really don't feel like there's a need to punish Amethyst. It's probably just going to make her more annoyed with us and more likely to kill us.
Alright, so
Okay, we'll say that we're discussing this on the way back to the temple. Is that agreeable?
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Oh wow! Before you start making your way back to the temple, you guys get out onto the street, and it appears as you guys are sort of taking in the sight of everything, you actually see Captain. Oh, I'm going to remember his name if it kills me. Rocky
Strong
Mountain. With a number of the guards sort of moving very hastily in this direction towards you guys.
Oh. Hang on. Captain!
He quickly moves to meet you. I've got reports of some sort of attack going on in this area.
Yes, actually. It seems that, there was a bit of an issue. As she, as it seems, does he know about the demon?
No.
No.
Then
also
she will,
doesn't- He also likely doesn't know about the location of the Thieves Guild.
then Lightning will not draw attention to the head-sized bag on her waist. There was an issue. We've actually taken care of it. There was an attack. A creature not unlike the sun ally that was waiting. That is waiting in in one of the barns near the noble district. But we've taken care of it actually. Driven it off, and we killed their owner.
Was it?
And I'm pretty sure it's dead.
Was it the humans attempting something?
No, that's another threat.
No.
Actually, she shushes them. Indeed, it was. It was an attack by the humans.
It wasn't.
Yeah, managed to drive them off. Can I roll a bluff?
It didn't have anything to do with the humans.
She's lying.
I mean, if
Well,
other
you fucking
people,
let me lie.
if
Oh
other
my
peop-
god!
if other people were saying in character that it's not the humans, it is going to make your lie a lot harder. But you can roll bluff
She
still.
just fucking stares at the people who are just going, no, it wasn't the humans.
It's misinformation right now. It was a completely separate event.
Oh my god.
God. What?
What the fuck is wrong with you?
He kind of looks between all of you, a little bit confused. Is there any casualties?
Yes.
Yes, there were plenty.
I'll lead you down to where the bodies are. There might be some still alive.
What?
Is anyone going to stop Alexandrite doing his role?
No, there's no need right now. We can get once everything's calmed down and the area's been secured, we can focus on finding the bodies and returning them to their families. As she kicks Alexandra in the shin.
Really the time for your fucking thieves' pride?
She
I assume you're probably whispering this quietly to each other.
Yeah.
Besides, we don't know if there's any more of them lying in wait. So it would be best to secure the area instead first.
We secured the area, but there may be people going which we could save if we move fast.
I'm going to hurt you both.
And I don't care. There are people dying.
It's just like he's acting like a clan and clamming up.
So, are you, as a group, are you going to allow the captain knowledge of where the attack took place and take him down there, or are you going to try and convince him to walk away and it's all okay?
I would like to take him to the attack, because
No, we should definitely. Well, Milk Thistle's going to keep his mouth shut.
Alright.
I'm gonna stand by Alex.
Alright, so unless somebody is going to subdue them two, then they will probably be led down to where the, at least the Thieves Guild used to be. So, I mean, the chances are they probably won't be there for much longer.
yeah, they've already been found out. They're gonna move to a new location.
Oh, great.
Alright. Once, obviously, they've been taken down there, the captain will turn to you and simply say, we can handle things from here. And
Oh, no, I would rather we help.
I have some expertise in the medical field.
Alright then. He then basically says, well, start checking for survivors. check around the area for any injured individuals, and if there's anyone who is behind what's going on, ensure to detain them and ask questions, see if you can get any additional information about what happened here.
Oh, we know what happened here.
Yeah, I know. That's basically what he's going to be telling his troops, and assuming you guys are going to help, that's pretty much what you get told as well. If you know what's happened here, he's basically going to grill you guys for information, as his men does their jobs. All right. All I got from the individual who came running up into the park was some sort of giant metal creature, which I first thought was going to be the statue thing that walked its way through into the city not long ago. But,
Yes, that's why I said it looked like that.
It's a very dangerous construct that has the ability to go invisible. It fires deadly shurikens out of its body.
And I'm almost sure it's dead.
We can lead you to the place where it was last seen.
he will give a nod of his head for you to go and show him.
Alright, yeah, I'll show him the whirlpool and say, it fell down there. We don't know if it has the capability of surviving that or not.
Lightning will light up the area with dancing lights to give him a better look.
He's unsure of where that even goes.
Does lightning?
No, you guys just use it as a trash chute.
Oh,
Or
God.
body disposal, if it's necessary. So, no one's gone down and come back up. It's,
Anyone who has the,
it's where you put things to make them disappear, basically.
We could always chuck Nightshine down there to check it out.
Why not you?
If I can fly.
I mean, don't we have someone around here that knows how to use scrying?
Scrying is not cheap, and it requires a great deal of skill.
Fair to say.
Do we have anyone who has a map of the sewers?
He gives a frown. Well, there are detailed maps from when the dwarfs helped with work down there, but that clearly looks like a hole in the work, so it probably goes. It's not within the sewers.
We better just leave him as missing for now. I don't think we can find him.
So, I just had a thought. Are there any rivers or a interconnecting large body of water near Vilja Town?
You have the lake that you're aware of, which is probably a few days' travel from here. Do you have knowledge geography?
Let me see, actually. I don't know if I do, but I can see.
I believe I do.
Then you can make a check.
No, I do not.
And I do not.
So the two people... anyone else? No, I think it was just you, Lightning, who lives here.
Yeah. Knowledge vocal?
No, this is definitely a more geography thing. You're only going to care about this if you did any study on geography.
Blind roll, right?
It is a blind roll, yes. People who live in here will have easier checks. Alright. Alexandrite, I'm afraid you are not aware of anything additional.
There's a possibility that it could be over at the lake, or moving over there.
Oh. Nightshine, I know you probably have geography. Are you able to roll?
I mean, I am, but no one asked me to.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
If you have the knowledge, please roll it.
I just don't want to be rolling something every time someone says, I'm rolling for something.
Yeah, make it a blind roll. That's the main thing.
Oh, sorry. I gotta roll again.
That doesn't count.
Yeah.
All right. You lived out in that swamp area, didn't you? So your DC would be that. Okay, so you're not aware of anything in, anything directly at all. You've got no knowledge of any sort of geography of this particular area, other than what you know of above land, which, again, the big lake and the river to the east from here, which is a few days away.
I'm gonna say we should move on.
I agree.
We should go to the temple now. Or we can look for people that may be needing help.
I mean, you guys can stay here and help with the cleanup, basically, if you want to. They look to be helping people rather than trying to arrest people, if that's what you're worried about.
Yeah, the captain doesn't seem to realize this was a thieves' guild. That has not been expressly said. And it shouldn't be, frankly.
Don't know why would anyone would say that out loud.
Lightning is actually gonna sneak off to go find the guild leader's room.
Okay, I mean, you would find it like somebody's ransacked it, gone through like desk paperwork, that sort of thing.
Is he there?
Oh no, he would have been sort of outside. In half.
Is he outside?
Well,
He was
not alive, but he would have been outside.
Yeah. Okay, but does he have stuff on it? Is there like anything I can find?
Not anything you're gonna be able to loot, if that's what you're after.
Or what about in the room? Is there anything I can find in the room that could help? Can I roll like a perception?
Yeah. I mean, are you just looking for basic stuff I want to make money with, or are you looking for anything in particular?
I'm looking for like information, like hell, maybe a set of keys or something.
Keys for what? Information for what? What are you looking for?
Fucking. I don't know what's in this room, do I?
I mean, you have a good idea. I mean, you've been working for this guy for quite some time. I mean, this is the sort of place where he will keep all the various information on business dealings and what have you. I mean, the most recent big score that you'll be aware of would be the Queen's tomb, which is probably the biggest thing you guys have done in quite some time.
Then she would like to grab everything business related and income bringing.
Okay, so you're looking for the logbook.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Is that a blind roll or?
Yes, it will be a blind roll.
I'm just gonna use a channel positive energy and try to heal like a big group of people.
no Thistle will stand next to you when you do that.
Alright.
All right. Hey, Mary. Okay, so you start looking around, and you've... Ooh, that's good healing. You quickly notice that it becomes obvious that somebody's taken... Because it's clearly missing, and there are key bits missing. Anything what seems to relate to you can find additional information, everything like with other employees of him. Anything about you seems to be missing, and it also appears that the logbook and that sort of thing has also been probably taken.
Damn it. Ah, damn it.
Where did lightning get off to? We don't need to spend too much time here. We need to return to the temple as quick as possible.
Is there like a foot locker in this room? Or like a chest?
You know he would have kept like a personal stash somewhere, but it wasn't in this room that much. He wasn't foolish enough to keep that important, his personal important stuff in the Thieves Guild, as that was.
Do I know where his house is?
No, he definitely would have kept that more quiet.
Is there anything like I can look for in the room that would give me a clue to the address? Is that maybe?
The stuff you would have looked around on, there was nothing that seemed to give addresses. I mean, with the other employees, there's indications of obviously where they live or where they're likely to be if he needs to make contact. But that's all you can find is other people who work with you and for you.
Alright, she will take the, the logbook was here. Maybe we can get some information on the businesses that were being dealt with here. That's annoying. Oh, wait. Maybe not all of my leads are dead. Then she'll walk out of the room and go back to the others. Hey.
We need to leave quickly.
Yeah. Let's go to the
Ryan.
temple.
Why do we need to move quickly?
Because there's business at the temple to take care of.
Do we have to take care of them?
Well, you can stay here.
Well, you also want to get the answers to your questions as well, Lightning.
Well, she more means in the way of the sense that Milk Thistle wants to punish her.
Nah.
Okay, well, I discussed outside of the game what my plan is. Essentially, Milk Thistle is, like Nightshine mentioned earlier, going to make her an offer she cannot refuse. She needs to be punished, but she doesn't necessarily need to be killed. So if we can make her loyal to you, then that is the biggest benefit that we can have right now.
Well, not. If you want to make her loyal to the queen, but at least make her offer to fighting the demon right now.
Alexander's going to whisper to Lightning, I will not let them kill her.
Good. Also, Nightshine, I thought you wanted nothing to do with it, so stop commenting on it.
I wish I could, but you people keep bringing it up.
You can just not comment on it.
I can. You can also not comment on it. I just want to see if she can help us fight the demon.
Alright, so does that mean you guys are going to leave here and head to the temple? Alright. Nothing will stop you this time.
Suddenly, a group of old ladies, help!
Alright.
My God,
Like a
We'll move you 5 minutes to walk to the temple. Dee, 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 dee.
we walk briskly and get there in 4.5 minutes.
I would, but I can't add 4.5 minutes to the timer.
Can we force march?
Yeah.
It's a 5-minute walk, no.
I was gonna say, wow, you want a force march? You usually hate that.
Yeah, but I'll fly, so...
That's still force flying.
Yeah, but I can just beeline. You guys can't. You gotta walk, losers.
Alright, so you guys will all reach the temple. Well, no, I can't move you all without selecting the Thieves Guild thing as well.
I can't even see any tokens, so
Oh,
I will assume we're at the temple.
you-
Yep.
I'm theater of the minds in it.
Can you see the map?
Okay, I can see the map. I just can't see anything on the map.
All right.
Yep.
Oh, boy.
Be a bit awkward when we need tokens, but we're okay at the moment. Anyway, so you guys make your way to the temple. I mean, nothing looks out of the ordinary or different or anything like that. Other than you kind of left the table you set up for your little meeting there, and Milk Thistle's tea's probably gone cold.
Oh yeah. Milk Thistle will quickly pour out the tea and just stuff everything into his bag of holding. He'll clean it out later. But he's going to enter the temple to the Sun Queen's wing. And he'll enter.
Me too.
Alexander will follow.
We'll follow.
Is Amethyst in the open, or did she get stowed away somewhere?
No, she's out in the open. Talking to priests and stuff like that. She's looking in better shape. Lightning, are you joining them?
Yes, I am joining the party.
Okay, that's fine. I just know you got other things going on here that you could run off to, but I just wanted to check. All right.
Yeah, but she's like, oh fuck, this is important, I'll come.
No, that's fine. All right, so yeah, you're there. I mean, she seems to be talking to the clerics and stuff like that, or at least the one which is stood near her, because obviously you asked them to keep an eye on her.
Amethyst, baby, you survived.
She looks at you weird. Of course I survived. You lot found me.
Just show her head.
You might have been poisoned for all we know.
I don't think this is the time or place to show the head, but Alexander will bring out the sword. You won't have to worry about not burned. Fuck, what's his name?
No?
But you technically he never said his name technically, so you don't know.
You
Oh,
won't,
yeah.
you won't need to worry about the problem anymore.
You get all three of them then?
Really took care of that, in fact.
Did you say 3?
3.
There was like the deer one, the weird, crazy ass one, and Shadow.
Oh, great.
We didn't see the third one, I don't think. I know that the guy, the one that had that sword, and he shows the fucked up side of his face with the new scar going down. Well, he did that to me. We managed to kill him. Tried to take care of the other
Big
one.
fucking robot.
Yeah, he got away.
Well, I mean, Shadow's a pony like us, and he
Okay,
just works for the highest. He just works for the highest bidder. But I mean,
What do you, need?
he can look whatever. He can look like whoever he likes.
So who's the
Oh,
third?
fucking hell.
Shit.
We're dealing with a fucking doppelganger. Great.
She gives a nod. Yeah, I mean, he's pretty good at what he does. He normally just gathers information.
Oh
Doesn't get his
my-
hooves dirty.
Oh my fucking god. You've got to be fucking kidding me.
She looks. I don't suppose you found me stuff.
It exploded.
What do you mean exploded?
Exploded. Not exploded.
Well, technically it got sucked into a portal and then imploded.
Yeah, it imploded. It's gone.
Yeah, the other one.
Well, everything but his head.
Yeah, the other one ended up falling into a whirlpool.
And it's the rest.
Okay.
This is our first time hearing about the third one.
Yeah.
Oh, why do we have to be
Well-
with a doppelganger?
I mean, Shadow just works for money, so I mean, if he dealt with his employers, he probably won't care very much, as long as he got his coin.
Did you meet him before?
Once before? No. Oh, was he at? No, he wasn't there. I mean, we've crossed paths. I know he's worked for Doom Rider. I mean,
He's just an information broker, then he's not too much of a threat.
I'm going to be right back. I need to check something. As she quickly towards the Kara temple.
Can you leave Firebrand's head?
So what was that, Nightshine?
I'm asking Lightning to leave the head here.
No, I am not stopping at all. I'll be right back. I'll be like 10 minutes. Stop.
I'm just gonna turn to Amethyst. Well, we killed the bad people, but I think you won us 1 or 2, because you did kidnap me, and then you made all of Lightning's family suffer a lot.
Hey, I gave you your stuff back. I think that leaves us even there. I mean, if you're foolish enough to get yourself captured, that's, well, your own fault. Probably taught you a lesson.
Milk Thistle's brow is just furrowing deeper and deeper the more she speaks.
Yeah, I mean, I guess your logic just now could have been the same towards you. I mean, you did get captured by them.
I went to them quite happily to get you information, give them some false stuff, but they seemed to cotton on to what I was planning for somehow, and decided to tie me up.
I'm going to look to Milk Thirsto and wink, as to say, roll sense motive, please.
Oh, I'm already doing that, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
sense
is.
motive.
That is correct.
Trying to determine if she is lying about giving false information to them.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. I'll do sense motive as well.
Alright. Yeah, go on. Roll me a sense motive. Alright. So, Milk Thistle, you definitely can tell she's... You don't know if all what she is saying is truthful or lying, but she's definitely concealing stuff from you. There's probably more to it.
What is your master's name, Amethyst?
I don't have a master.
What was your master's name, Amethyst?
What? What, you want to know who taught me magic?
No.
Well, then what are you on about? What, you mean the dear lot? I mean, I worked through Doom Rider mostly. You stop eating
And how did
plastic.
you come into contact with the Revenant? Remnant.
I didn't even know they existed until I least saw Fancy Boy. He never told me much about him, but I saw enough of his fancy jewellery to know that I want to get my hooves on some of that stuff.
How did you manage to come into contact with them before you were captured?
Now, that was through Doom Rider.
I'm gonna roll sense motive to find out if that's true.
Okay. You think that's true? Or you believe it's true, I should say.
You know what? Yeah. I'll roll sense motive as I'm listening in on this.
Okay.
I mean, what I know of her, the story checks out, so.
Alright, so you ask, and I mean, it's at the moment she doesn't seem to be concealing or hiding anything as far as you can tell. Seems truthful. At least this part of it, anyway.
Did this ruminant contact you, or did you reach out to him?
I don't know. Like I said, it was all through Doom Rider. I was one of the meetings. What? Maybe a year ago. First time I saw him.
Most recently, did you contact him, or did he contact you?
I told you, he contacted me, wanting to know a lot about you lot. Seemed to indicate indicate that he would pay a lot for information on you. I was going to see if I can get one of his little gadgets.
Rolling sense motive to see if she's lying.
Yeah, normally you only need to do it once for the entire encounter. Because you roll again just kind of resets your dice roll to that new roll. But
Alright, so essentially she's telling the truth, but she's hiding something, correct?
well, she was originally, but now you're probing a little bit more. She's starting to give you a bit more info. So, at the moment, she doesn't seem to be hiding anything.
So what you're saying is that you had no initial contact with this fellow before 2 years ago.
Yeah, correct.
And he only contacted you last year to get information about my companions here.
No, he contacted me a few days ago. I mean, I saw him last year, like, through Doom Rider, because he wanted Doom Rider to do something, and I happened to be in his employment.
Alright, so you said information. I'm guessing it's familial ties, maybe? Friends?
But that was the him. That's what it seemed to be. He seemed to want to know who are your friends, who are your family, where you come from.
I see.
Out of character, she's basically a henchman for another person who died, so...
Yeah.
I thought I might be able to get a little bit more, maybe help you, or see if he offered something which was, well, better, but I don't know. I must have slipped up, and he obviously got a feeling that I knew a lot more than I let on.
Certainly is a possibility.
How much did you give him?
I don't know, he did something weird on his little wristy device thing.
How much information did you give him?
Well, not a lot. Thankfully, I had the meeting scheduled for not too long before I was meant to meet you lot. So, I was mostly feeding them dribble what they should already know.
Did you learn anything from the books you stole from me, or from the ruins you went to?
I got some. I got some information, but not anything I can make of use. I was hoping, like I said, to try and find some ruminant stuff to add to my arsenal.
And what all did you find?
Well, nothing what appeared to be magical, anyway. But yeah, I mean, they were in the kind of the process of asking more direct questions, and they were starting to get a bit rough when one of you decided to finally find out where the hell I was. So I gave them something pretty decent. They thought they were going to find you at the thieves, or at least somebody who could lead them somewhere or give them more. So I knew enough of where you lived and that you were tied up with the Thieves Guild anyway. Well, at least the... she looks around, but at least Lightning anyway. Hey, I didn't tell him where Lightning lived, at least.
Talking.
I mean, that...
So,
Without any manner of coercion, you have already revealed too much information to ears who shouldn't be hearing it.
Well,
look at this.
I won't
Let's
help you next
say-
time.
Look at this. Let's say we just let you go here, away from here, to do whatever you want. What would you do next?
Go and buy a bloody spell hook.
Okay, and after that?
Ah, fuck knows. They've locked down the whole damn city because of some sort of stupid army invasion, but if I can get out of here, I'll probably go and see if I can get a few coins together to actually get back anywhere near what I had.
I wouldn't say the army invasion is stupid, considering the fact that they've been, I don't know, conquering and taking over villages and cities as they travel here. So it's not just the people outside, the ponies outside, whose necks are on the line. It's all of them.
I'm not about to get myself involved in some sort of like mini war.
You know, you say that, but what if they catch up with you and capture you, and we can't help you? What will you do? I mean,
I don't plan
you're
to
only
get
one.
that close to them.
They're on their way here.
Well, yeah, that's why I don't want to be here.
How many of the Sun Queen's servants are in the temple right now that we can see?
I mean, there's plenty around. It's during the afternoon, so it's fairly busy in here. I mean, there isn't a Sun Queen person stood next to you anymore. They would have left when you guys left. But if you start using raised voices and stuff like that, you probably would capture attention.
Milkthistle looks to the party and specifically Alexandre. A moment, please. And then he kind of turns his head to have everybody walk over.
All right.
And then he begins speaking in a whisper.
All right. I'm going to pause here just a minute because it's probably been about 10 minutes, which is the length of time that Lightning would have walked away for. So I just want to quickly do the bit with Lightning, and then she'll probably reappear. Is that okay?
Sure.
Woo!
All right, Lightning. You would go and talk to the priest.
Yes, I would like to very much speak with the head priest right now.
He would, the person who would have done the questions for you will return and go, do you wish to know them now?
Yes, but there's also a very urgent issue.
And that is?
Might be a trade at the Kara?
Sorry, say again?
There might be a trade at the Kara?
And how would that be?
Oh, making a deal with a deer god demon thing that wants to exterminate all life?
Well, it depends on the nature of the deal, but doesn't necessarily mean they're a traitor.
Oh, you gotta be fucking kidding me.
Depends on if they are doing Kara's work directly or if they have other things in mind. You have to work directly against Kara for you to become a traitor.
Oh, you've got to be fucking with me.
You know, they also hire just regular people to do their dirty work also, like...
But fine, can I know my answers?
Let me just double check to make sure I'm about to give you the right answers.
I am in a bit of a hurry.
The answer to the first one was yes. The answer to the second one was unclear.
Oh, great.
If you want to know more on the first one, you are to return here at 8 p.m. alone.
Okay. I'll see you at 8 p.m. then.
And if you accept, know that there is no turning your back. If you do, there is only death.
Oh, lovely. Looks like I need to think real hard about this one.
Run along now.
As she quickly walks out.
Alright. Back to the other temple. So, as you guys were about to start talking in character.
Milkthistle whispers to the party, Amethyst has shown a complete disregard for any loyalty she may have had with us. She betrayed Lightning's people and sent a dangerous monster to attack the people of this city. She is hiding information, and her attitude is absolutely atrocious. She does not understand or take responsibility for the gravity of the decisions she's made. She must be put to the question.
I will not let you torture her right in front of me.
I will not be the one to do it. I have other matters that need to be dealt with, and so do you. If you will allow me to take her to the Temple of the Nightmare.
No!
Find out the information.
No!
There's no need to shout, Alexandrite.
You probably would have got a number of people turning their heads in your direction.
If you're worried about her life or her soul, I assure you she will not be killed.
Be converted to your god? Be a slave to you?
Certainly not. The Nightmare does not enjoy slavery. Especially not within her own followers. If they are forced to follow her, they are not loyal to her, and she disdains them. We have a very clear enemy, one that we were not aware of, this third member, this shadow. She likely knows what or who it is, where it is, and we need that information for ourselves.
I don't think she knows much about him. I don't think we can get much information from her.
She's a grunt. A hired help.
Still,
But-
she is the one that betrayed us.
To save her life.
She endangered more lives.
I don't think it's fair to say she betrayed us. She was never with us. It's
Okay.
never.
I'm willing to meet you halfway. Your god is one of law and order. If you believe your priests are capable of putting her to the question and getting the information we need, then why not have them do it?
Fine. I'll talk to my people.
Remember, she has acted against this city and is in cohorts with our enemies. Treat her as such.
And I'll walk away to one of my. I think one of my brothers is here, right? Or,
Yes, you have got some of your allies from Galloping Dam. There we go. I am remembering words. I'm now going to bring up your oh, that's just the map. The information on Galloping Dam to do with you. Please. not there. Alright, handouts? Handouts?
Boy, RPM and tired. It just brings out all the inner feelings.
I thought it was under Gab and Death. That's the image of the map.
Yeah, Milk Thistle will be okay with this solution because at the very least she's being detained. She does not need to be allowed to leave. And while she's being detained, she'll be interrogated. Probably with more gentle hands, but I don't think the Sun Queen is very soft against against her enemies.
Alright, I'll keep looking until I find their names, but what you going to go and speak to probably the one he's in charge of your group, I can't remember his name.
I'll basically tell him, yeah, we have someone who we need questioned and who has brought deaths and wants to repent, basically. Or who should repent, I guess. We might need a truth, zone of truth on her.
I see. What are you trying to find out about them?
Character. What are we actually trying to find out about him? Like,
She was in cohort, or Milk Thistle will step forward. This is Amethyst. She was in cohorts with a very dangerous demon who was allied with another enemy that is still at large. We need to know everything that she knows about them so that we can be prepared for when they arrive. The construct they were with has fallen into a pit underneath the city, but is very likely still alive. And this third member, this Shadow, needs to be found. With the external enemy right at our gates, we cannot have any internal enemies tearing us apart from the inside, weakening us.
We can certainly talk to her. But
Just turn his head and ask, will you not interrogate her? She is an enemy of Villager Town, and she needs to be interrogated.
I mean, we are visitors to this city, so we can certainly speak to her, but if she is an enemy to the city, I would implore you to take this to the authorities here.
Yeah, I agree. We should bring her to the guards.
Very well then. Alexandra, do you have manacles?
I do not.
Oh. Well, out of character, in my opinion, a good paladin should always have at least one pair of manacles.
Thank you.
Let's see, I don't think I.
Vern, do you have manacles?
I am looking right now.
I have a
And-
crowbar. We can break enemies.
He shakes his head. I do not.
Yeah, actually, let me look at what I have. I think I bought a paladin's kit.
Milk Thistle has rope. We can bind her with that if we need to.
Yeah.
But before we commit to this, I have an idea we could do instead.
Mm-hmm.
There's this spell called Quest. We could ask Milk Turtle's master to cast it on her and give her a mission that would benefit us. It would be better than just let her stay in jail.
That would require her to be turned over to me.
I look at Alex. Do you agree with that?
Really what his priest can do, mine can also do.
Okay, can you ask your priest to put a gears on her to bring the shadow guy to us in a way that he's a prisoner?
Unlikely, if he's as powerful as they say.
I was gonna say, I don't know about this Shadow because he sounds just like an information broker who's also a doppelganger. So that's like,
Yeah, I don't think there's any information we can get out of her, honestly. I think we should try to be friends.
Certainly not.
Yeah. After she released so much information, I do not think so.
he did it to save her life.
Inexcusable. She
I
allowed
don't.
herself to be found out, which means she cannot keep her mouth shut to her own masters, and then she gave even more information to her masters. If she's not to be interrogated, she should at least be detained and arrested, so she cannot escape. We'll be with her later.
We should try to make use of her.
So we did that.
We can. If she is turned over to me, I'll see to it.
I look at Alex.
We should wait. Lightning comes back.
I don't think Lightning cares enough, to be honest.
Well, Lightning should be back by now.
Oh, hello, what are we doing?
Milk Thistle turns his head to see Lightning approaching. We were just discussing what to do with Amethyst.
Just have her do. Just look, Amethyst. She looked over at her.
Well, she's not with the group. They kind of walked off and started talking away from her. She's just sort of looking at some of the stained glass windows at the moment.
Okay, so what do you want to do with her, and why will I hate it?
She needs to be interrogated for us to find out any scrap of information we can. She cannot be trusted. She speaks too much and gives too much information freely. So we need to find out what she knows and what she's revealed to our enemies. She's acted against you and acted against Villager Town. And she is in cohort with our enemies.
Okay, you're being, like, way too paranoid right now.
I disagree. I believe I'm being the right amount of paranoid. Our enemies are
It's
all
too much.
They're all with us.
You are paranoid. Milk Crystal, I'm in constant fear of, things happening to me, and even I can see that you are being a little presumptuous without evidence that she's actually betraying us.
She gave information to our enemies that led to the destruction of your people. And
That was
herself.
torturing her? I did the exact same thing.
Milk Thistle's ears fold back as you say that. Well, I
She
would,
stares at him blankly.
and I
Milk
would,
Crystal, has it ever occurred to you that maybe people don't want to die?
of course it has. And it's also occurred to me that they should not put themselves in a position such as to die. She has lied. She has given away your people. Your people have died because of her actions, and you act as though you do not care at all.
Because, Milky, there's a way we can do this without giving her reason to betray us even more. Interrogating like this, anyway.
That is exactly how it proposed it.
The interrogator were no better than her captives, who she.
Cementing her as our ally, however. Now that's a whole different path. That sure, it might take a little longer, but could have even greater results.
I disagree. Whatever
Well,
she
you're wrong.
friendship and loyalty are long past.
Oh, silly Milk. Unity is what's going to bind us.
Yes. And weeding out traitors and exposing them and getting what we can from them will keep our unity safer.
I do not believe we should interrogate her. I believe we should have her ally with us properly.
Is withholding information. She
Indeed.
is her enemies, and her actions have destroyed your people and have acted against this city that you wish to rule.
Milk.
Ally yourself with her, you will be a
You're gonna
fool.
listen to the woman you want as queen? Well, now's a good chance to do so. Linen has given an order, you will follow it!
That's why I don't think Liney should be queen.
Shut up, Nigel.
Milk Thistle slowly turns his head to Alexandrite as he's being yelled at. And then he slowly turns back to Lightning. And he gives you a smile. A very common smile you've seen him with so many times before. And he'll
So
give
what
us,
is the scheme about now?
he gives a slight bow of his head. He says, as you wish.
So what are you scheming about now? Are you going to go... Are you going to go to the Nightmare Temple and tell them about this?
He says nothing.
I'll take that as a yes. I understand your concern, Milk, but I believe you're focusing on this way too hard.
As you say.
You tend to do that a lot.
I'm gonna walk up to Amethyst. Hey, do you wanna make the biggest explosion you ever saw?
Sorry, say that again, Nitro?
Do you wanna make the greatest explosion ever?
Well, I mean, you've pretty much dealt with the person I want to make explode at the moment.
But you can help me explode humans. What about it?
She gives a shrug. Well, I mean, an explosion is an explosion.
Base.
Based on what?
Base on the nuke.
Oh god.
Finally, I'm gonna need the goggles.
No.
Yes.
You're not using that thing.
We found the goggles. Give me the goggles.
I am not giving you the goggles.
It's
I'm having a
Yes.
conversation.
to me. Give me the goggles.
No.
It's group property.
You
Give me
can
the
wait.
goggles.
I'm trying to explain something to Milk and you're interrupting me.
I think you're just fidget spinning.
She looks at Milk. Milk, I understand that you have a very, very big dislike of Amethyst at this current moment. But I notice you tend to always think that everything you do is the best option.
He's listening.
However, I do believe that in the long term, having Amethyst as an ally instead of antagonizing her and interrogating her would be a better option instead. I trust that you can put your trust in me with this decision, and if this ends up biting us in the ass, I will admit that I was wrong and you were right.
Do try to understand. I have always acted with the best interest of your empire in mind.
I understand that.
I think many steps ahead of the rest of you. That is why it is always seeming I am paranoid, because I consider every possibility and every possible outcome before I take action. I offered friendship and loyalty and trust to Amethyst. That is not something I easily give out, but I saw an opportunity to turn a potential enemy into an ally. And you can see what that's led to.
And if you do, and if you follow down the path that you're going, you'll lose that chance to rekindle that alliance.
No, there was never an alliance, Lightning. I offered it to her. If you recall, you wanted to destroy her completely because you saw her as an immediate threat.
Yes, because I'm a hothead.
And it seems that you I'm not sure what you're thinking now. I believe this is a very foolish decision. You will not change my mind on that. But if this is what you wish to do, I will not act against you. We will see what comes of it.
But I am asking you to trust me. As
I
a
will
friend,
take an action for this moment. I do not
not
trust
as an
them.
empress. Not as a friend.
Friendships are very hard to come by, and even harder to earn. Take my inaction for this moment as you will.
And she looks towards Alexandrite. And Alexandrite, please don't yell at people like that again.
I will try not to. Forgive me.
It's not a good way to get the point across.
When,
I never.
when were we going to meet Ben Wishful?
In 8 minutes.
See, should I gotta turn to what's her name? Amethyst. Wait right here. We'll be back.
I'm going to talk to Amethyst.
That's fine.
Yeah, I'll be with Lightning talking to Amethyst.
She's like, have you finished your little family meeting? Can I leave now, or...?
I'd actually like to offer you a different proposal than just leaving.
Okay, well, I mean, I'm only staying in the city until I can get what I need to.
I'd like to offer you a different choice than that.
Okay.
I'm sure you're aware that some of my friends are a little distrustful of you at the moment.
Well, I mean, they did lead you all off to go and have a private chat, so, but I'm not necessarily here to make friends with everybody.
Well, about that. I would like to offer you a choice. Now, you can stay in the city, attempt to get your equipment back and leave, or I can offer you a position in our empire.
Yeah, you offered me this before, and I said if you can give me Silver Dream, then yeah, fine.
And that's still on the table.
Well, then, I mean, if you can, then yeah, I'll help you, but...
But we need you here, instead of leaving. We can help you get your equipment back, but you are not to leave us.
She goes, I'm not about to follow you around like a lost sheep, but I'll stay in the city at least.
And I would like you to attempt, at least, to, rectify the mistrust and the damages that have been caused. I'm not saying go and, you know, help every little person who got hurt, but just anything to ease doubt on you.
Hey, I don't know what... Oh, what, because I saved my ass? Hey, I didn't have to tell you I was meeting with Doofus and Dimbo, but I did.
I understand that,
And
but from now on, I'd like you to focus your efforts in helping us finding them as well. I would have done the same thing in your shoes.
well, I'll see what I can do, but I tend to focus more on other aspects of magic than finding things.
Yes, I know, you're not a divination mage. I know you cast Fireball and go invisible.
Perhaps you can teach others to use magic.
Well, for a start, she needs a spellbook back.
And if it was exploded, imploded, or whatever, voided, as you said, then I'm going to have to find myself a new one.
Well, we could find out where your stuff went. In case it hasn't imploded.
Well,
Which took your stuff?
she sort of frowns a little. I don't really remember too much. I was talking to the deer-looking one, and somebody, I must have said or did or something, and next thing I know, I was waking up on the ground already tied up, and with the three of them. They were pretty careful on making sure I didn't try anything, but I don't know which one of them actually took my stuff.
So there's a 1 in 3 or 2 in 3 chance that one of the others has it.
Well, actually, we can just completely nullify that chance because I just so happen to have the decapitated head of our dear friend here. She said that a bit lowly, so the other priests don't hear. So if there's a necromancer or anyone with necromancy magic around, we could potentially speak with the dead.
You don't need most of the body. You can cast Speak with Soul.
Huh.
She gives a shrug and goes, I don't tend to deal with the icky dead things. It kind of grosses me out a little, but I'm sure there's somebody around here what does that stuff.
Yeah. Maybe...
Or the milk thistle or your goddess's domains.
My goddess?
Well, Kara.
Kara is a god of love. What are you talking about? He fucking gives him that sly side look.
I'm like, shit, I don't even know if I can even deny that.
Yeah, she is the goddess of love.
Isn't she also like the goddess of evil or something like that?
I don't think that's one of her domains that is mentioned. There we go.
Yeah, Lightning never explicitly said Kara was an evil god.
She's a neutral god, I think, technically.
Yeah. She never said she wasn't the god of love either.
I mean, she's in the love wing, so it's a bit obvious that she's a god of love.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. See? She's the god of love.
Okay, I just wasn't sure in character if it was like very obvious that she's also the like very treacherous sort.
Well, no, I mean, for being a god who's very good at deception, that doesn't tend to get out unless you're in the inner circle.
Okay, that's fair. Alright, then I'll retract that little bit about your job.
It's like, what were you talking about? Alexander.
Never mind, I'm just a little stressed and tired.
Still, I do believe it would be imperative to help you get your equipment back, and I'd like to help you with that.
Well, if you can...
But
I had
we
some...
still have
really-
formally accepted our agreement.
Well, I mean, you're still little old you, and I mean, it's unlikely you can give me a city, but
Well, we have an airship, and we've just killed one of the major players in this demon uprising.
I suppose you have killed him. Well,
And we'll get the other two.
well then I'll at least stick around and see what you've got planned.
Trust me, I plan to make a grand speech about my rise to becoming an empress.
Well, if I find means of getting myself into Silver Dream myself, then I'm going to take it. But
Why do you want Silver Dream?
it's full of like all sorts of crazy knowledge. I mean, that's apparently where all sorts of like forbidden or long lost information is. Who wouldn't want to
You
get
mean
in
that
there?
citadel in the middle?
Yeah. Getting
That's
into
right, I met
the
you in the prisons there.
getting
Yeah.
into the into the outside is fine. You've got to get into the citadel, and they're pretty particular about that.
I believe there might be a route in through the sewers, but I haven't tested that theory because I haven't exactly gone to chance because kind of made an enemy in Thieves Guild. Eh. Well, that wouldn't be much of an issue for me. For everyone else, however, in my current party, well, actually, speaking of that, it's probably just Alexandrite and Nightshine.
Yeah,
Milk-
Milk
Look.
Thistle and Burnt have no association with them.
Milk Thistle and Burned have never been to Silver Dreams. They're going fine. Alexandrite and Nightshine, they might just have to disguise themselves as women.
She's like, well, but yeah, if I come up with something that will get me in, they seem to let people with rare and variable magical items, hoping to find some sort of lesser
Really?
ruminant stuff that might get me through the door.
Oh, really?
Well, that's what they rumours have it.
So if someone just happened to have some rare ruminant artifact, that'd be their ticket in.
They will take it off you though, so you've got to be happy to lose it.
Well, I mean, it's not like we don't have access to a ruminant facility a little off the ways from Builder Town. We haven't explored it fully yet. Of course, we'd have to go together if you want to go there.
Well, then, if you're planning to go there, then I'm definitely all ears. If it'll get me through the gate.
We've been in there, cleaned out the top floor and everything.
Oh, I assume it Silver Dream, not the whatever you're talking about.
The ruminant facility that we went into. So we didn't actually explore deeper,
Yeah.
which we probably should.
Well, you had no idea of how to even get deeper. That was your issue. Or if there was any deeper, you just knew that there was a something what moved you from one place to another, and you just assumed it went deeper.
But yes, if you do actually want to go there looking for ruminant artifacts, we'd be glad to accompany you. Because I doubt Milk Thistle would be at all comfortable with you going alone.
Recourse after we deal with the upcoming army, so if you want that, you'll have to stay here.
And then we can focus on Silver Dream and that demon.
Well, I'll stick around unless things get a bit spicy here. Then I'm.
Well, you know it's going to get spicy.
Yeah,
You know
well,
these things.
if it looks like they're about to run over the place, then I'll be jumping ship.
Understandable.
I ain't about to stick around and be a duck to slaughter.
I mean, yeah, you're a survivalist.
Just please note that the others did not want to give you this chance that we are.
Well, Nightshine and Milk didn't. However, I can easily tell that you were just trying to survive when you were captured.
Too right. As she says that, suddenly a more happier and cheerful voice that you all recognise calls out to all of you. Oh, you're all in here. I've been waiting outside for you for like the last 5 minutes.
Oh,
Did you not get my ladder? I sent a ladder. I don't know if you read the chat.
Need to believe it. Alright, well, how long did you... 11 minutes ago. Okay. So he was just stood up. She goes, waving. Oh yeah, it took me a few moments to work out it was your friend, and we probably didn't see each other start off with. But that's why I come in.
I'm sorry, Pen. Things came up.
Well, the curator, kind of, well, he's the one who was able to give me more information, and I mean, it's a bit of interesting information. I mean, but he seems happy to talk to you all if you want to meet him. I can take you there now.
I certainly do.
Indeed, this would be quite beneficial to us.
Will you be coming lightning, or will our new ally be staying with you for a moment longer?
Wait, what?
Will you be coming with us, or will your new ally be staying with you a moment longer?
I will come with you. Just give me a second. She looks towards Jonathan. If you'd like to stick around with Alexandrite and Van, feel free. Or
I think they're going with you. I've got things that I can try and get sorted to try and actually get back at least a spell book. So I've got stuff to be doing.
Whenever you're free, come to Opal's Tavern.
Opal's Tavern. Oh yeah, I know the place.
Yeah.
It was burnt down not long ago.
It's rebuilt now.
Yeah.
We all know who burnt that place down.
Can I have the goggles now?
No.
Yes.
She goes with Milk Pistol.
Just give me the goggles, please.
I'm not giving you the goggles.
Why are you keeping them from him?
Because I know he wants to use them for that bomb.
The goggle is not yours. We found it as a party.
Are you really saying that to a thief?
He's the most well-learned among us. He's the most qualified to be able to use them, so why not let him?
I have also been able to use them.
Yeah, but you don't intend to
We
use
can
it, right?
discuss this back at the tavern as a group. I really don't want to talk about it right now.
Yeah, so just hand it to me.
Shut
No reason to... I thought you were wanted to talk about unity and everyone working together. And why are you being so selfish right now?
Sorry, you're not part of the inner circle.
So much for unity.
Wishful Pen kind of looks. Did you want to go now, or are you doing other things?
We
No,
go as soon
we
as
should go.
you give me... Sorry. We'll go as soon as Line gives me the goggles. As a show of unity and good faith.
She's got an eye twitch.
point, Bert just puts a hoof to his forehead.
Milk Thistle polishes his hoof on his cloak and does say, "It would be a great example for a leader to show the example she expects others to follow."
She gives a bit of a snort and looks at Milk Thistle. You weren't comfortable with using the bomb as well.
But I am comfortable with getting knowledge.
He wants to detonate that bomb.
The more we learn about it, the better it is for us. If you will not give it to him, very well. Let us just be on our way.
I swear to God. I swear to Kara.
Lead the way, Wishful Gun.
Indeed, we have business we must tend to.
Oh, okay. Well, he's in the Luminance's library, so this way.
Oh, I guess we're going.
I mean, if no one wants to, if somebody wants to remain behind, let me know. So I know you're remaining behind, but assuming everybody's going.
Would you like
Before
some?
Lightning goes, she looks to Night Shine. Give me a damn good reason why I should give you the bill.
Because I
That is,
found it.
give them to me, or I'm going to walk off.
I found it.
I'm walking off. She walks off.
So much for unity.
Lightning, do you wish for someone to stay behind and assist Amethyst?
Amethyst will give you a look and goes, "I do not need a babysitter."
It's fine. She can handle herself. As long as she doesn't get captured again.
Yeah, well, I'm not planning to have any secret meetings with people who are dodgy.
She looks at Nightshine and just hands him a note.
I pick up the note and leave it on the ground.
You pick up the note and leave it on the ground?
Yeah.
She stares at him as he drops it and leaves it on the ground. Okay. As she walks away.
Alright, who's not going to Luminance's library?
I think we're all going to Luminance's library. I just can't move my token.
That's fine. I just want to make sure that's correct. I haven't heard anything from Knight and Burn. Are you two going to the library as well?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
Cool.
moved their token. They're all here.
That's fine. I know I just moved them all over there, so I wanted to make sure.
Okay.
Make sure no one was running off to do other things. That's fine. Alright, so Wishful Pen and sort of leading you there goes, "Oh well, he seems to know an awful lot. He definitely recanted obviously the full tale of the whole, you know, what happened, or at least what we all found in the archives. But he started to sort of go into a little bit more details, and I mean, to me, it sounds like he knows more, and he definitely indicated a book which seemed to be like almost his personal book that he said contained a lot more information and what have you, and I mean, he seemed to want to meet you all before he would say anything else."
How old is the curator?
I didn't ask, but he's like, I mean, he's definitely old. I mean, I would say he's going a little grey, but it was hard to tell.
Is he a unicorn, a long-lived species?
No, he's a zebra.
Really? Interesting. Well, I'm
Oh,
very.
I was also gonna say, I don't think unicorns live that much longer than the others.
All ponies have the same lifespan.
Oh. Okay, I thought unicorns were a longer-lived species. My mistake.
Nope. They're all the same. Technically, the ones that might live the longest of earthbounds if you get that feat. Anyway, you arrive in Luminous' library. Wishful Pen goes over to the front desk and wishes the mayor behind the desk hello again, and sort of just says, "That's me again, bringing in my companions." And you guys are kind of just sort of waved in. And she takes you to she takes you over to sort of one of the more the edges to where like just a door is, what looks almost nondescript almost, and you head through it and go up a set of stairs, and it brings you to like the upper layer, which is the more private area, what does contain a little bit more like restricted stuff. You walk around that a bit, and you then go through another sort of set of double doors, and you come to almost like a waiting room. And she goes over and opens the door and sticks her head in, and then looks back to you all and goes, he waved us in. If you follow me, and she just basically opens the doors and leads you into the room. It's got a nice large sort of circular window at the far end, and there's lots of like tomes and scrolls and stuff around here, and there's the odd little bit of like somebody's built like models and of various little bits, maybe the odd little skeleton of a small creature around. It's definitely a collection of all sorts of stuff that you might find like being looked at or prepared to like go in a museum or even a library, that sort of thing.
Just gonna snicker and say, "Hey, Lightning, Kama Sutra."
Nice.
But there does appear to be enough chairs laid out for everybody to sit down, and the zebra seems to be just sort of looking out of the window at this point in time, as Wishful Pen sort of leads you up to the chairs.
Good afternoon.
Once you've obviously sat down and said good afternoon, he turns and looks over you all, and he speaks with a sort of a soft voice, not sort of too loud. So you do have to sort of almost to hear what he's saying. You have to listen carefully because he's a bit soft spoken. Good afternoon to you too. Please take a seat.
Milk Thistle will take a seat in the center.
He will take a seat behind his desk, and as he does, he looks over you all, almost like he's slowly sort of judging you all a little bit. And it seems that one of Luminous' students seems to come here getting more information for her friends. And I did wish to meet her friends before we discuss matters more deeply.
Well,
Understandable.
sits down.
Oh, you were speaking really softly. All I heard was sit down.
Oh, I am speaking a bit too softly. Sorry. He goes, I had one of Lurence's students come seeking knowledge.
No, sir, not you. I think it was Byrne who was speaking too softly. You're coming through just fine.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, I was leaning back in my chair. Burns says, yes, that's understandable, as he sits down.
So, do speak of yourselves a little bit. Just so I know a small amount about you, and then I'll ask some more questions.
Milkfistle looks to Lightning. May I take the lead on this one?
You may.
Milkfistle sits up straight with his ears perked. It's like, we are attempting to reform the Lost Kingdom under Queen Iliana. We understand that the history between the Tribe of Bones and the Queen is tumultuous. There was an attempt of genocide, and the history books that we've been found neglects to mention a lot of details, and I think it could either be covered up or completely rewritten. We seek to know the truth of what happened to the Tribe of Bones, so that when we reform the Empire, we can bring them in as equal citizens.
Alexander will look to Milk and say, I think he wants to know about us personally.
Yes, that is the article first.
I think individually he wants to know about us.
Your young paladin friend speaks correct. Your current mission is not too much of interest at this point in time, but about you as a person is more that I wish to know. Well, yeah, person would be the right word.
My name is Milkfistle. I'm a devoted follower of the Nightmare, and I seek to bring stability and order to these lands.
He looks to at the others.
I'm Lightning. A member of the now defunct Feed, and future Empress of this land, hopefully. If everything goes according to plan. I also like long walks on the beach. And a nice orange sunset.
Alexander is going to snort a bit and say, I am Alexandrite Beacon. I was raised in the Temple of the Sun Queen in Dalton Downs. I'm on a quest to help the world, and Lightning here is my love.
I am Burnt Requiem. I was raised by a samurai who found me after my entire family was murdered by a recently refound foe, and I am trying to bring safety back to these lands as well.
I'm Nightshine. I'm a scholar and an adventurer.
And Wishful Pen goes, I'm Wishful Pen. I'm a follower of Princess Luminance and wish to seek out friendship and knowledge. She says with a smile. He gives a smile. And he goes, well, my name is, it is rather long and can get a fair bit complicated, but you can simply call me, as much as it may sound self-telling, but most people know me as a legend. Not that I am a legend, just that I have a long tail.
Is he a zebra?
Yes.
Yes.
Sorry.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Legend.
So, you say you wish to know more about the tale of the tribes, to bring its information into the light.
And to help them reunite with the newly forged empire as equal citizens.
What's to make you think they're not already citizens?
Everything that we've gathered up to this point says that they are ostracized. There was a genocide against them, and this entire city was built upon their old village, as if to cover them up.
I mean, all that is a correct fact, yes. I mean, they do not have a wing in the temple, that is for sure. But what if I said that there is half a dozen that live peaceful lives within these very walls, that go about their worship and their practices in quiet, and do not seek to harm anyone?
A small number keeps their worship silent. I can believe it.
Everyone has their own hidden shrine.
Specifically, what we need to know is, what does undeath mean to the tribe of bones?
He smiles and gives a little chuckle to himself. Ah, I see. And he nods a little bit as he seems to be sort of pondering.
I don't suppose by chance it would mean either rebirth or a second chance, would it?
No, death is a final act. It does not give one a second chance at life, and it is not a rebirth for certain.
Is it answer?
Sorry, what did you say, Nightshine?
Does death means answer?
Answer? No.
Hang on.
I think you're...
Can we hear the full story of the Tribe of Bones? I believe we might get our answer from that.
Well, it depends on the story that you wish to know.
The one that led to Villager Town's construction, apparently, over their tribe. Or the very origins themselves.
We have one side of the story that's the winning side, but we would like to hear the tribe's side of things.
How did the Tribe of Bones come to be?
Right, well... Well, you'll see. Unlike what the books will tell you, the Tribe of Bones were not a warlike or even a tribe that seeked conflict at all. They were nothing like that. And even when the Queen approached them and offered them to rejoin her, or join with her growing tribe, they were eager to do so, but also hesitant.
That is one thing we read that the Tribe of Bones sent back a missionary as a skeleton. Was that true?
That was true. But I'm guessing the reasoning behind that all was probably misinterpreted, like many things. You see,
It was that.
uh, you see, the Queen at the time gained her power through many means, and I mean, many talk of her tales of grandeur and how she brought back the tribes and united them, but it wasn't done as peacefully as it is sound. And the Queen had certainly had blood on her hooves, and she had certainly been had completely divorced herself from what were the Tribe of Bones' ways. Yes, they did send a messenger to the tribes, and we also sent a message back. Well, sorry, the tribes sent a message back with an invitation to the Queen to visit and be cleansed.
I'm gonna sense more of that slip up there.
That was a GM slip up more than his slip up.
Just making sure, because that was like,
And what do you mean by cleanse?
Let me just double check what I've got here. Well, it was so that she could be shown the way of the shamans, and to ensure that the Empire would be respectful to the ancestors, new and old. And when their messenger was sent back with that message, all that was given in return was a vast army ready for battle. Now, the messenger was returned as undead, but it was so that he could better understand us and our ways, and it was something he accepted willingly, to be able to give this message. Actually, no, one more second. No, sorry, that was wrong. I'm confusing two facts. And when he was sent away from us, he was very much alive with that message upon his mouth.
is this us more slip ups, or is he actually saying us?
I think that's...
Sorry, I don't know why I'm saying us, but it's probably because I've probably, when I ripped this out, was probably more towards an actual Tribe of Bones person talking.
Yeah, no Thistle's confident he's a member of the Tribe of Bones without saying so. But okay, so she was meant to be shown the way of the shaman, so she would be respectful to the ways, young and old.
To ensure that her empire was respectful to the ancestors, new and old.
To the new set, okay.
And when we sent the messenger on his way, he was very much alive. So the tales go. But they received an undead messenger.
Something happened between when the messenger got there and when he returned.
So when the messenger, just to be absolutely clear, when the messenger left the Tribe of Bones to carry back their message about respecting the shamans and the ancestors, he was alive, correct?
If you listen to what the tales from the tribes are, yes.
But when he returned to the kingdom, he was undead.
Well, that's what the history books say.
Well, you must be both. Which one is true?
Then what's your interpretation?
Maybe both are true.
I was just about to say that there could have been a third party who won this war.
Oh, I mean, like, Maybe undead means not dead.
What? Well,
Different eyes see the same thing different.
my question is, what third party would
Let's not focus on the past that much. There's no need to now.
I mean, from
Let's
that.
continue,
Oh, sorry, carry on.
let's continue hearing the story. Maybe we'll get the answers we need.
I mean, from that point forward, things obviously went south, as it was very clear why the army was there. And the tribes put their hooves together, danced and sung to the spirits to deliver them in this time of great peril. And the spirits replied.
The
But
spirits didn't answer.
no, they did reply, and but the losses they did cause to the Imperial ponies were, well, horrific. The undead did rise in overwhelming numbers at the beckoning of the shamans, as well, nearly half of all shamans that have ever lived rose to fight in that battle. But even that was not enough to save them. And after the battle of the broken bones, that saw the tribes broken and scattered to the wind. Yes, some shamans were whisked away and were scattered among the other tribes for safety. But that saw the breaking of the tribes. Yes, there were many that still hold grudges, and it was still many years that there were those that were still angry at the events, attempted the what's the word I'm looking for? Attempted assassinations on the Queen, yes, but none of them proved successful.
While he's speaking, Milk Thistle is scratching away furiously at a parchment.
And may we also hear the origins of the tribe of bones?
Well, I mean, the origin is probably like many tribes. At first, the tribes were scattered, living as shamans among other tribes, though some appreciated their efforts. Many ponies were skittish around the idea of so much energy put into such a distasteful topic to most, and most shamans were slowly turned away from the tribes, and the tribes turned more insular, and they eventually found each other in their wanderings and formed a tribe of their own, and that was known as the Tribe of Bones. And unlike most other tribes in that time, the Tribe of Bones were made up of Pegasi, unicorns, and many others, where it was still an age where ponies were still restricted by their racial views. But if you look at now, when you speak of death, most people are afraid or fearful of it. Very little is paid to those that have passed, that yes, there's normally at least a ceremony and graves are dug for, but after that, most people normally stay away from such places or do not wish to speak of it. Ponies are afraid of death, and any talk of it scares them.
But not the truck.
No, they have always embraced it, spoke of it, accepted it.
So, does that mean
Acceptance?
death is an acceptance of the end?
I think it's an acceptance of the end. It's just a new part of a journey.
It is not an end, it is the end of something, but also the beginning of another thing. What happens to you when you pass on from here?
Our spirits go to where our gods decide.
So there is another journey, and you can return if it is wished upon you enough. So it is not eternal, but it still scares those because they do not understand it.
And that is what death is to the tribe of Bone. The end of one journey and the beginning of another.
But what about undeath specifically? Is undeath nothing more than a new journey? How does it fall into the life or death cycle?
Undeath is a way you can say those last things to a loved one. Should you have a few words left unsaid, a chance to say goodbye or mend bridges. It should never be abused. As
Quick
once,
out of character, I had a necromancer who basically did this, like, basically just was like, nah, death is just a chance to say goodbye to someone. Or undeath is.
and as long as the soul is willing to return to such a thing, then it's accepted. If it is forced, then it is a crime, and you will be severely punished when you leave here.
Ah.
Not my office, obviously, but there will be one that will be waiting for you, and they will punish.
Just looked at Milk Thistle because I'm pretty sure he used necromancy.
Milfistle is scratching away, and out of the corner of his eyes, he sees you staring. What?
Nothing. I just remember some of your spells that have to do with the undead.
I don't believe it's necessarily just necromancy as the spell school itself. Okay, right?
Yes, I've used necromancy many times. It's a very powerful school. But I detest the undead because of the chaotic nature of them.
Indeed.
But, Legend, you're saying that a soul can return willingly to be undead. I've never heard of something.
Because that knowledge is with the shamans, and the shamans alone, and the.
So you... Ah, that explains why you know so much then.
Not that surprising of a concept if we have spells that allow a soul to return to its body. It's a more temporary process for that.
Also, Milk, you're literally staring at a dead woman walking. He chuckles.
Milkthistle looks up. Who?
I was resurrected.
But you are alive. You're not undead.
Because I willingly returned to my body.
Oh,
Yes, back into flesh, but not as undead.
yes.
Yeah, and you can still. I can willingly return to my flesh. Why can't a soul be able to do that to come back for one last little grasp of undeath? In order to either say goodbye or give on their last messages.
And with that, Milk Thistle gets an inquisitive look. Yes, legend. The undeath that the shamans practice, is it meant to be temporary? Because an undead creature can live almost eternally.
It is meant to be temporary. It is not meant to be forever. As the soul, when it comes back, has a purpose. To say goodbye. To fulfill a request. When that request is over or task is done, they will return back to where they came. And you should never force them. They should always come as a request, nothing more.
So did those skeletons before have a job they needed to finish?
Which skeletons do you speak of?
Lightning will recall the skeletons that she helped lead out from the city.
Yeah, Alexander will help give the details because
It was quite an awkward situation as I couldn't exactly communicate with them, but they were following me.
They were lost souls that required guidance and reassurance. They are where they needed to be now.
that's good to hear.
I see.
How does one determine when the period of undeath is supposed to end? Do they crumble back to dust, or must they be destroyed?
They will crumble, just like as if they were destroyed. Oh no, wait, no, sorry. If a shaman does it, they will return as their body was. They will not crumble to dust as a necromancer would do it. And unlike with a necromancer, it is the one that has been raised can choose to go back, as well as the shaman who has raised them can also choose to let them go back. They only remain for as long as they wish.
I have a question. How can one tell a good undead from the type that has been resurrected without consent? They both appear undead to my paladin sight.
Ask. Somebody who has been brought back by a shaman will be able to communicate to everybody, just like you are sat right there.
When they did communicate, we couldn't understand them.
Their minds were damaged because of the state they had been in for so long. It is understandable.
They were locked in a basement for who knows how long.
They should have surrendered long ago, but there are reasons why they did not that I'm unsure about. But they surrendered now.
Before I realized that they were not the normal type of undead, I destroyed some of them.
In self-defense.
I sometimes question that now.
One of them was trying to stab you.
At the beginning, but I stopped and I still attacked some of them before I realized what was going on.
Yes, and then there was the big one that killed Ulrich.
Yeah, the mummy.
Not
So what?
all undead are our doing.
Actually, now I'm curious. Why was there a mummy there?
Areas of strong necromancy do attract such things, and it is possible for those energies to manifest in many ways. There was a in the aftermath of the battle, there was obviously much in the way of residual magic, as well as the strong emotions that would have been felt in the area. Battles can attract such things. Plus the influence of a city of this size also has many negative emotions that are applied to it. That can also have necromantic effects upon various things.
Negative energy.
You'll be surprised.
So undeath to the tribe of bones is temporary. It's meant as a way to say last words and mend bridges. Is that accurate?
Final task.
Undeath is a final task to the tribe of bones. Is that accurate?
One way of interpretation, yes. There was a wording I was going to use, and I'm just going to find it.
Uh-oh.
Undeath probably would be more as a celebration, would be the right way of doing it. Would be the right way. As the only reason you would do such a thing is to celebrate one's life. Chance to speak to them one last time. But obviously not all wish that. If they do not wish it, it should not be forced. So one must respect their ancestors.
And Milk Thistle finishes writing all this down. Legend, you have been most helpful. Thank you.
Indeed. Thank you very much. We might not have figured this out if we had not come.
I must ask that you do leave what you have written here. It is not time for the world to yet accept such things.
If not now, then when, Legend? There's an army marching against us, and there are demons within the city acting against us.
The answer will be is when ponies no longer fear death.
If that's the case, then that may never come.
And that may be the case.
I would argue the tribe of bones needs to be brought back out so they can teach them what death really is.
I think they've already tried that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's time to correct that.
Indeed, it's time for us to become more tolerant. Not just blind hate and blind unpreparedness. We must be ready for all eventualities.
That's a mighty tall feat to make everyone be tolerant of something they fear.
You will have a strong uphill battle. But the tribe does not need or require acceptance anymore. They have found their place. They are wandering again. And soon they will eventually be pulled together and maybe they will start a tribe again. But for the moment they wander.
I suppose that's fair.
But
What do you know how to speak Dark Whisper? I think that's the language the tribe of Bones speak.
did you learn that in character, that information?
I I don't remember. I don't think in character anyone ever said that. No.
No. Okay. So
Okay.
you wouldn't
Let
know
me
of that language because that is a secret language.
let me rephrase that. Do you know of a tongue which the undead use to speak?
Do you know how to speak?
There are ways of communicating, yes.
But Milk, are you going to ask him to raise an army?
Would I ask Legend? No.
Okay.
But we do have the answer that we came here for. And the next thing we need to do is go speak to Styx in the alchemist shop downtown. And Milk Thistle looks to Legend. He also has a very complicated name.
Most zebras do. We
As
travel.
for these... Go ahead.
They say most zebras do. Our parents travel long and far and learn many languages. And the longer and more complicated a zebra's name, the more wiser their parents.
As for these notes, I can give you my word that I won't share them publicly. But I do intend to eventually. If you insist on keeping this here, I'll return for it one day. Is that agreeable?
That is agreeable.
Do you want it now, or shall I keep it with me?
If you place it on my desk.
Yeah, Milk Thistle does.
I understand your eagerness to bring knowledge to the world, but there are points where knowledge is a dangerous thing and shouldn't always be shared. But there is a moment when it will be, so it should be kept until that moment.
I fully understand the necessity of secrets, but I detest lies. And the knowledge that we have right now has been a lie that's been given to us for centuries.
They are still truths, but seen from a different point of view.
Do you have any knowledge on what happened to the messenger and how he became undead before returning to the Queen?
This is information that is not known. There is likely, or was likely, somebody who would have known, but who that is, it is something that is not known.
Very well.
The only person who possibly would have any answers, or accurate ones, would probably be the Queen herself.
And with that, Milk Thistle's ears twitch. Maybe she still has answers.
Wait.
Alright. Legend, you have been enormously helpful. Thank you. And Milk Thistle will bow to him.
Thanks. Thank you very much. I'm personally thankful that we showed up and arrived when we did. And he's gonna bow as well.
Well, hopefully we will meet again. But I won't be going far. I will be here in my library until the end will come.
Legend, do you know anything about very small ponies?
Well, when ponies are young, they are small, and when they are born, they are small. I mean, to what level of detail do you wish to know?
We know of an adult who is the size of a foal.
Yeah, she's adorable.
Very feisty and stares daggers.
So, bear with me at the moment.
They also look like a duck.
I do not know of any duck ponies. That you can say sure for sure. Mary, stop attacking the chair.
Mary knows.
Mary knows all.
Oh, stop it. Okay, this is something I will have to check to see if he actually would know or not, as it's technically not his subject. You have to bear with me because that is a stat I was not planning to roll, so I need to look it up.
You're welcome.
To be unpredictable.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I've just got to find the. No, I'm in the wrong place. Here we go. Not military, not nobles, not on the road, royalty, no. Not sailors. Scholars, here we go. Alright, choose one. That is that one. Okay, cool. So, can I roll to myself? This for me. Let's see if that works. No, it did not. It's a private rolling. What is the command? Oh, that worked. Okay. Alright. Cool. I had a feeling he probably would get stupidly high. So, that number. And he is here. What will he know?
Milk is a hero point.
I am completely out of hero points.
How dare you be useless?
I beg your pardon. I burned 2 hero points in one battle for you.
I earned 3 hero points in every battle for you.
I don't think
I have a hero point left.
Tribes. There we go. No.
Use your hero points. Time to be hero.
What do we need hero points for anyway?
Oh, there it is.
To give him a +8. This is an important check.
There we go. Right,
I
this is
believe-
the information I want. Okay, don't get that high, but got to here. Did somebody want to spend a hero point before I start giving information?
Uh,
How dare you all?
Wait.
I got 2. I could give 1 if.
I
Well,
will take 4.
I'm only asking because obviously Nightshine mentioned it, so I just want to make sure before I say anything.
I think I've got 2 left.
I
0.
But Dustin, did you say you wanted to get one?
Sure, I can give 1 if no one else wants to.
Yay!
Would
Yeah.
yeah. Hard for lightning to have night.
I dropped my hero point.
Ah,
Did it appear on the map?
No.
Okay.
no.
Or at least I can't tell because I can't see any of my tokens. So.
Yep.
All right. Yeah, because you
it
should
didn't
be able
show
to, you should be able to drag it off your character sheet and put it on the map.
I dragged it off my character sheet, but it didn't appear on the map for me at least.
This
Okay.
is not rotating.
Maybe. Well, no. Okay. I added a thing which allows you to drag stuff off your character and put it down. But I think, if I remember how that works, anything you add before you add the module doesn't work, and I think I added it before the module. So that's fine. All right. So you added that. So that does get up to that much. So you know. He sits there and has a think for a moment, and he then opens his eyes and goes, "Ah, I believe the short legs. They were called.
We deserve a hero point for that.
They were also lost during the early years of the Empire.
What happened to them?
They were a kindly sort, and definitely maybe too kind for the hostile world that is all about us. But I believe they were destroyed by some sort of outside force. They did have a goddess, though. A goddess of love, promoting community togetherness, love and healing.
The only goddess of love I can think of is Kara.
And she bitch.
No, there was definitely a goddess of love that was not Kara. I believe she was cast aside.
Lightning sweats.
Cast aside sometime before the, well, at least during the early stages of the Empire forming.
Are you alright?
Oh, just fine. No.
I think, I could be wrong, her holy symbol might have been 2 hearts bound by a circlet of silver.
Was there something like that on the statue I saw on the Wing of Love?
Yes, there was.
Oh God. Yes. We are getting there.
Milk Thistle thinks, come to think of it, one of the stained glass windows was newer than the rest of them. Almost like something had been cut out and replaced. You could tell because of the age of the paint. You remember Nightshine?
I do, I'm very smart. I remember everything.
The zebra looks to you, Lightning, and goes, "There's no need for words like that."
Oh, what are you talking about? I didn't say anything. Shit, he knows Finnish! Fuck!
He's a zebra.
Yeah, zebras are really good with languages.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're the Tengus of Ponyfinder.
Ah,
So, you
Oh,
wouldn't have to.
You're
Sorry.
breaking up and really soft, Burn.
Is this better?
Yep.
Yes.
yeah.
Oh, geez, I don't know what the issue is. Do you by chance know anything about Chaos Hunter?
I do.
Yes, let's talk about the Chaos Hunters.
Alright, I am... At that, he sort of just looks to Lightning and he's like, are you sure you're okay?
Absolutely fine. Let's continue.
I am looking for information on one that went missing about 200 years ago. His location was unknown. Goes by the name True Quest.
Oh. You're asking about a particular Chaos Hunter. I only perhaps know the most famous Chaos Hunter of them all, I'm afraid.
Rudolph?
Sorry?
Boo!
Rudolph.
Boo! That was bad.
I could definitely speak of the first Chaos Hunter's tale, but not any individual who may have been a Chaos Hunter.
Alright, that is perfectly fine with me.
This is why I have to go and grab some information. Would it be here, or do I have to go somewhere else? Town. Let's back again. Cats. Here we go. I'm sure. Have you ever heard of a place known as Main's Reach?
I believe I have. I know that my master and I traveled, well, almost everywhere here on Everglow when I was younger and training with him. So we've popped in there.
We've all been there.
For those of you who might not remember in character, that is where you've left Duck.
Oh. Oh, yes, there, yeah.
It's also where the druids told you about the Chaos Hunters to begin with.
True.
So,
Yes.
it wasn't always known as Main's Reach. It was named that after one of their after this tale happened. So originally the area was so let me start from the beginning. So the Everglow's low water forest, if you didn't know, is dangerous for those of the not trained in the arts of survival. And it can be hard or very difficult and more likely to get lost if you ever travel there. But there is a small town that resides on it. It was originally founded by a band of druids, rangers, and a few other nature lovers to live in peace, far from society. But then they come under the banner of Main, a Pegasus druid who was devoted to protection, nature, and combating chaos. She was one of the first Chaos Hunters, destined to clash with such forces with all of her fury. She had numerous visions, and eventually they proved true. And the attack that she had or the great attack that she had visions of, finally came in the dead of night. She was already awake and alert when they came, and she was able to lead her followers to a battle against the minions of chaos, as she flew from skirmish to skirmish, her brand blazing across the night sky. Though she would surrender her life in the attempt, the battle would be won. Her final wishes was said that her followers to remain, defend the forest against further attacks, and train those future warriors of truth, of law and truth. And in her honour, the town was renamed after her. And I believe many of those that who are potentially chaos hunters can in some way trace their lineage from that island.
What if... So, got another question about that. Say you weren't born a chaos hunter, how would one gain the that particular ability? Or
4 feet.
It
I was
will,
gonna make a joke. 4 feet.
wow.
Yes.
You will feel some sort of fire awaken within you, and it is also said that the mark that the author has placed upon you will change. A new story will be written for you, as your destiny, what it once was, will forever be changed once you feel the awakening.
I see. And from what I can recall, the Chaos Hunters are the ones that brought about the Chaos Knights as well.
I believe they were heavily influenced of them, yes. I do not believe all of them were necessary Chaos Hunters, but certainly their origins were.
Alex. Yes, thank you. You answered my, answered the questions I had, and I appreciate it.
But they normally come about when the forces of chaos gain strong, and there requires fighters of law are needed to come and rebalance things. But often those that take up the mantle often burn very bright, but very short.
Thank you.
Are those all of our questions?
Yep.
All right.
Except for my OOC joke one.
You'll have to come back with a different character and follow
Yeah.
up. All right. Yeah, one more question. Do you have any firecrackers for sale? That's a joke. We can go now. All right. First, thing I see on the map that I posted in Steel Game, right by Town Hall, there's a mechanical-looking chest and just a free for grabs hero point just hanging out there right on the street. So Milk Thistle's gonna go pick that up.
Oh,
No, that's where that hero point is I threw.
so there it is. No, it's mine.
Oh no! It escaped over the wall. I can't reach it now. Sorry.
Where was it at?
It was right up here on the street.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the one I threw on the board.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah.
I thought our GM was just leaving random boons on the map now, so if you explore enough, you'll be able to find
No, if but what I can
God, I
do
wish.
is put down hero points like that, and you guys can just pick them up.
Nice.
Cool.
Okay.
Yeah, I could not see like any tokens, so when I threw it down, I didn't know that anything happened.
Yeah.
I looked around for it, I couldn't find it, but obviously it was there. It blended in well.
All right. Are we done here? Are there any more questions for Legend?
No, I think we've got more than I was thinking we would get, so.
All right. Well, we need to go speak to Styx, and he's down south.
Alright, let's go to the bad part of town.
As you guys start leaving and heading that way, Wishful Pen goes, see, I thought that would be of use.
Yes, that was a big help, thank you.
You did
Indeed.
great work, Pen. Very
Very good. Very good. Thank you for that.
It's a real shame though, we can't really tell anyone some of that we've learned.
Well, we can tell one specific person what we've learned. Let's go speak to them.
Can I put...
May I come live?
Oh, I insist you come, actually. This is important.
Oh, goody.
Yeah, it's this one here. I couldn't, for some reason, I couldn't actually put a name tag on the thing for some reason.
Also, is that the box that I gave to what's his name?
The box?
In the Steel Game chat? Where he posted that he picked up, where he posted about the hero pointers, the box. Basically,
God.
that, the
Oh.
dice look. The tiny box.
So part of the thing what allows you to drop items, you can choose to drop it as an item or a chest. So obviously, I'm guessing Alexandrite dropped it as a chest the first time, and then an item is the second time.
Yeah, I believe
Oh, well, it looks really cool, actually. I like it.
Yeah, and I can basically put the items inside the chest, so when you guys open it up, you can drag out the items onto your character sheet.
that.
Oh,
Okay.
that's really cool.
And I can also lock the chests, so you have to pick them. So basically, I can actually put chest items on the map for you guys to play with.
I'll figure all the...
Yeah, but we
It's
haven't.
really cool. You can see those icons, but c'est la vie.
But haven't done much dungeon diving recently. It's been all travel and politics.
Yeah, I know.
No, it's horrible.
We don't get money from politics.
I can't believe we've been role-playing. How
I
dare
know.
we?
I mean, you will get XP, but
Yeah. The real journey or the insurrectionists you destroy along the way.
all right. So you'll travel down to Styx's shop. Today it's Blue Smoke.
Blue smoke.
Alexander just looks at the smoke and says, "Is this a drug den?"
No, it's an alchemist shop.
So, yes, but for a good reason.
It's just the no. I mean, yes, but no.
But
Well,
yes.
yes. But actually, no.
It's a good drug den.
Regardless, this is who we're here to see. So, Milk Thistle will knock on the door and walk in.
There's a little ching as the thing on the bell goes as you walk in. For those of you who haven't been here before, it basically looks very much like an alchemist shop, but you've got more like the raw ingredients here, and you've got various different types of herbs dried out, and mushrooms and all sorts of things like that. But you can buy ready-made items like alchemists or alchemist bombs, that sort of stuff, or there are some potions you can purchase as well. And there is a zebra in there who will watch you as you walk in.
Hello.
He will give you a nod.
Good afternoon, Styx. We found the answer to your riddle.
Indeed. Took us a bit.
And
But we managed.
what answer do you bring?
Undeath is a celebration. A chance to say your final goodbyes and mend bridges.
So then, you should have the answer to the question you first asked me.
You are a tribe boats member.
I never said that.
I'm still unsure of what the tribe would say, though. I don't know if they would determine that this is something they would celebrate. Which is why we need to speak to them.
Oh dear. Are we all playing coy with each other?
Oh, no, forgive me, Lightning. We've approached Styx before, and
I
we
have
had,
that.
we had initially heard rumors that Styx was a member of the Tribe of Bones. He was not forthcoming in his answers, but he did lead us on a path to try to find the answer.
And let me guess, that was finding out what undeath is to them?
That is what he wanted us to learn.
Well, tell him what you learned.
They did, and he answered. Because I think the original thing is you. Correct me if I'm wrong. You did say to him that you wanted to raise an undead army.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wanted to raise an undead army, but also to bring the Tribe of Bones back into the citizenship of the new empire.
But since death to the Tribe of Bones is a celebration and something to be like, see your family one more time, I don't think they're going to raise an undead army.
He goes, if you've travelled and you have learnt this, then you will know the answer to the question you had originally asked.
I don't, though. What I do know is that your tribe raised an army once before to defend yourselves. I also know that there is still information missing as to the true history of what happened to your people, other than they were nearly wiped out.
It was done, yes, but these are not the this is not our tribe, and there are not the shamans to do it.
So it simply won't be done. You don't have to hide in the shadows forever. You've probably grown comfortable living that way, but you don't have to anymore.
Milk.
Yes?
I'm trying to think of what to say. It's just...
Yeah, the long pause that you're confused.
I'm trying to... I like know what I want to say, but I'm trying to figure out the way to get to say it. Milk. You learned that the tribe of bones that were here were originally peaceful tribes. What's to say it wouldn't be the same for a lot of the others? raising an undead army is one thing, but I think it's more... Would the undead you wish to raise want to come back for this fight?
That would ultimately be for them to decide. But I do know it would not be forever. They would have their purpose if they chose to defend this city, defend their kin. Sticks, the tribe of bones are few. There's very few of you left. I understand the importance of secrets because secrets can protect you. But if the army completely overwhelms this city, then what little protection you have will be completely destroyed. The humans will not take kindly to any member of a pony race. Not you, not me, not anyone here. I do know that the secret needs to be kept so long as ponies are fearful of death. And right now they are very fearful of death, because there is an army coming here to either capture us or destroy us or both. But they don't need to be fearful of the death the way the Tribe of Bones understands it. We need the Tribe of Bones to come back and teach us what death really is. For you to show them what death really is. I've seen what undeath causes. I've seen the destruction and the chaos and the disease that it brings. I have appalled undeath my entire life, which is why I have never used it. I've used necromancy many times, but I've never raised an undead of my own to control it, because I despise them. The undeath that the Tribe of Bones, at least how it's been described to me, seems like the cure for all of that. No, Alexandra, that's not what I'm saying. Shut up. If my perception can be changed, then others can as well. All of this will be for nothing if the army completely overwhelms this city and destroys everything, because there will be nothing left for you and your people to hide under.
We are not just here, we are everywhere. If those that here perish, there will be others still elsewhere. We will not be assisting you with your ground forces, and we are not planning to spread the word.
And sure, if Filja Town falls, yeah, sure, there are other members of the Tribe of Bones out there, but eventually, and I'm not stating this well enough, eventually they will all be found by the human army, and one by one they'll fall. This is what we're trying to prevent. This is what we are trying to avoid.
There is always a great end, but that is not the end of everything. Just what you value here.
Yes, I value life and civilization. Why don't you? If everything comes to an end eventually, then what is the need to protect it? Why build shelter? Why save money? Why collect food? Why store anything away for the winter? If death is an eventuality, then why put it off?
That's an incredibly morbid way of putting things.
Because if you finish this journey too soon, you won't have enough to take you to the next. But so you at least have to experience some of this world to experience the next. But ponies are not designed to live forever, and death comes for them eventually.
So you choose to be passive in this conflict.
We will not be taking part in a fight to save those that destroyed so much in the past.
A new empire is forming. We cannot correct what was done in the past. We cannot take back what was done or give you back all of your kinmen. What we can do is promise you and show you moving forward that the Tribe of Bones will have an equal setting here in the new empire. You do not need to hide anymore. Bring your knowledge forward and share it with everyone still alive. Help your culture to flourish. Quit hiding it away until there's nothing left. Because by then, you and all of your people, and dare I say your god, will be gone. Because if there's no one left to worship her, how does she exist?
Ponies always die. Ponies always need someone to guide them.
And if all ponies die, none will be born. And they will end.
I swear, you two are both as stubborn as each other.
The tribe, I will not pass your request to any tribe member, as no tribe member would aid you in such a foolish errand. You come to us with promises of freedom, but demand a cost up front.
Then stay hidden in your shadows. Milk Thistle turns. This was a waste of time.
Yep. And with
And
that, yep, Burned is walking out the door. He's not happy with this.
Out of character. I told you so!
Me too!
Something's off, though. I don't know. Maybe I'm saying this out of character. Maybe I fucked up by not saying the right thing.
Lightning will walk over to Styx. I would like to apologize for my friend's brashness. Yeah. He means well, but he's a stubborn one.
The worst from everyone.
He listens, but he does not learn.
Yeah, that's a great way to put it. Sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Milk.
When I heard the story about the tribe that was here before, I got the impression that that obviously your people aren't war seekers. You only have,
You left alone.
you live off the land and you don't seek to fight. From what I got from the incident here, whatever happened was self-defense. Am I correct?
What happened so long ago, there's little to what goes on now. What has been written cannot be changed. The event that happened is a black mark on us all. It was the one thing that what was and always used to stain us till this very day.
If I am able to, I would like to help the Tribe of Bones to eventually erase that mob. But until then, I would.
Until somebody can move towards any mending of bridges, first the river must flow.
Hmm. I would like to learn. I would like to learn more about your tribe after the battle that is coming to Villager Town.
This may be possible.
It could help. It could help on the. It could potentially help the tribe on the way to potentially not being so hated. As I am attempting, if I hope, I can become the queen of the new empire we're planning to form. And I would like to right wrongs across the land. And from what I've heard, the tribe of Bones has definitely been wronged.
He gives a nod and goes, "If you wish to learn more, then return, should we win the day, and should one of your members fall, and they wish to say final words, then perhaps you can see."
Actually, now that I think about it, would there perhaps be a way I could ask your assistance in something before the fight comes?
It depends what you ask.
I don't think Firebrand's going to be willing to come back.
Not Firebrand. Queen Liliana. It's a bit of a long shot, but she might be able to tell us something.
He's got probably he's probably got the look of shock, speechlessness, and confusion on his face.
The same look the GM has.
Yeah. And it's very clear he doesn't quite know how to even answer that question.
What?
This might be an attempt or something later. I don't think we have the time to.
No, go ahead and flesh out
Of
the
course, I also have to ask a certain someone to even attempt that, huh? But there's some questions I have for her. And I would like those answers. So, we need to go for now. I will just say this. I am not making a practical joke here. Thanks.
I cannot say what will. I cannot say.
She nods and walks over to the others.
I'm gonna walk up to the shopkeeper. It's my time to talk to him.
Do you need more leaf?
No, I didn't have time to use those yet. But I have a question for you.
Yes.
What do you celebrate?
I celebrate my ancestors. I remember them.
Do you not celebrate the present or the future, just the past?
The future is yet to be written. The present we live in. The past, most forget about and should be remembered the most.
You're not one to let go, are you? I mean, are you going to keep being angry at what the people did with your tribe long ago?
There is anger. There is anger against those that were from that time, and that anger does radiate through. But as long as it's remembered, that is what is important. It should not be forgotten.
Well, if the ponies are wiped out, it will be forgotten. I, if if we are all subject to the humans, I don't think we will be able to think of the past anymore. We will just be subjects of the present forever, or something like that.
I think we have spoken much on this matter, and it is not anything that will change at this moment.
Oh well. You have a good day.
And return if you require more leaf.
I shall. I leave the shop.
Lightning will look over at Milk. You okay?
No. I am not okay. I played his games, learned his history, brought an offer of equality so that they did no longer have to hide. And it was completely rejected. It's as though he threw a drink in my face. All because he thinks he has to pay something up front. Yes, the up front is doorsteps away. We need to protect this entire town. But I am somehow at fault because I did not... I don't even know what I did wrong. Did I speak incorrectly?
You asked him to place his entire faith in this battle. When
Not his entire faith, just to help us win. Matters of faith can be dealt with later.
it's more like you asked an alchemist to make an army invincible.
What I asked is for the assistance of a potential ally, but once again, that ally has rejected us. So let them keep to their shadows.
I'm not going to abandon them just because they refuse to help at the fight.
You should.
And I won't.
If they do not wish to move forward with the Empire forming, they can be left behind. In
They are
ashes,
not,
if you wish.
they are not saying they're uninterested in the Empire forming. They are saying they do not wish to risk, they're saying they do not wish to risk their own life and wish to continue theirs as they're not ready to go on their next journey.
They wish to do nothing and reap the benefit and rewards of the blood of others. It is detestable. These people are not worth saving, and they are not worth caring about. Let them remain.
Everyone's worth saving.
They are...
And that...
You expect children to fight?
I do.
Everyone is to do their part, yes.
Oh my god.
You
Stored in
expect too much of people.
Ponies, you mean?
I do what, opponents?
You expect too much. And then get pissy when they cannot gives you what you want.
Perhaps I'm at fault for holding myself to such a high standard and expecting others to hold themselves to such a high standard.
Not everyone is you, no.
So, what we do now?
As very much in
We should
sacrifice.
go inform the general about the issue in the sewers.
I don't think that's of his concern at all.
He holds up the decapitated head of Firebrand.
Yeah.
I assume he would like to know that someone who was killing people in the town is dealt with.
I don't think that's of his concern, honestly.
I would personally like to at least talk to him and find out what our roles in this war will be.
Exactly. That's a valid point.
I think we should consider using the bomb because we are running out of
Shut
possibility.
up about the bomb.
Well, Liney, you haven't proposed anything useful yet. So go on ahead, what should we do?
My God. You want to use something that could potentially devastate a quarter of the fucking region.
That's not how it works. It's a 12-mile radius bomb.
Oh, that's so much better.
It is better than nothing.
There was also the risk of ripping a hole in the elemental planes pour through and horrible rifts happen.
Meh.
He's mad like the whole open up a hole to the elemental planes.
Let me make this very clear. I would sooner ally with that fucking demon than detonate that bomb.
Well, that demon wouldn't want you as a friend, I'm afraid.
I don't think he wants anyone as a friend.
Oh well, I point at the head. I think he was his friend.
I highly doubt that.
Yeah, it's doubtful. Anyway, we got to report in, see what needs to be done.
Yes. It's almost like there's a war going on, and we haven't actually gotten any, troop plans. We don't know who's going where, and we don't know what the fucking plan is. So let's go find out, shall we? Before we get into another fucking hissy fit.
It's not easy fit, I just want the goggles.
I'm not giving you them. Now let's go.
You notice it's gonna bite you in the ass one day.
I don't care.
Anyway, it's gonna head off to the commander.
Lightning will
Slowly.
follow.
I'm gonna follow Alex.
How much more time until sunset, GM?
We are in summer. Yeah, does it? Did it tell me?
Oh, is it good if we end, by the way? It is almost 12:30 in the morning for me.
Oh yeah, it is. Evidence.
Yeah.
Bastard.
Now's a good place to end. We're all mad at each other. Everyone's disappointed. Find out what we're gonna do.
I do like the slight agreements and disagreements that Milk and Lightning have over
Okay,
what
dusk.
taken down.
Dusk happens at 9 p.m.
And that's much later than I expected. Okay,
Well, you're in the middle of summer at the moment.
right.
Mhm.
Well, Milk Thistle has a lot of crafting to do that will take him a minimum of 3 days to complete. So that's something he can do to occupy his time in preparation.
Oh, before I do forget, I need to put that as public. You guys
I
didn't
have
know
a
how
few days of training that I can do with changing my class and such. Or not my class, my archetype.
in further teaching training the civilians.
So, when you do go and talk to, oh god, I'm terrible with names.
Field Marshal.
Yeah, the field marshal. There is going to be stuff happening. So you, will be stuff that you probably will want to know. So we'll say that for next week. But
Okay.
there will be a chance for people to do downtime stuff. Yeah, because if you guys choose to stay in the city and prepare, you can do your downtime stuff until obviously the next big event will be the humans arriving, basically. There are obviously lots of small things that you can do and can happen during the where you got a chance to do downtime. So, which will crop up depending, obviously, what you guys end up doing. But you will have a chance to like spend some downtime anyway. But for the rest of the day, well, talking to the general will cause various things to happen, and lightning. If you actually go to the temple at 8 p.m, then stuff will happen for you as well.
Okay.
Mhm. But yeah, good session, everyone.
Yeah.
You found out a lot of key information. You did find out an awful lot about the tribe of bones, and yes, you are. You've got information about how they operate and stuff like that, but they're not yet happy to throw their lot in with you.
Yeah, and out of character, I am sorry that this did not work out. I was certain it was going to. That was the goal, get the Tribe of Bones on our side and get some warriors raised to either buy time or, help us fight so we could save lives, and everything would be great because then they would be brought back into the Empire, but that did not work.
It's alright. I was actually thinking about something at work, Milk. You know sending, right?
No.
No?
Uh,
You know how to sending messages via magic?
Oh, I thought you said Cindy like a person. Yeah,
Yeah,
person.
I was like, who the
Alright,
fuck's
so-
Sydney?
So, here's my thing, because this was running through my head at work. If we could get in touch with, or if the party can get in touch with Burns' foster father, and just send him a message saying, like, hey, the human army is on its way to Vilja Town, see if you could gather up as many members of what's left of the kind blades and try to like sneak up on them while we have them engaged. It was an idea, but I don't think it'll work.
It's
If you want to sneak up with an army, you need to sneak up with a few thousand troops.
Yeah, and maybe alright, so we could use this to our advantage then. Because I'm guessing the Kind Blade members are left or scattered. So
Yeah.
maybe we could, if any of them are in the places we haven't been to yet, maybe that could work out. It's a very slim chance, but maybe.
I did put forth the idea many, many sessions ago that we try to work sabotage and espionage against the army. But I don't know if that's come to fruition because it seems like everything the council had sent out was fruitless, save for a little bit of intel. There was also the Thieves Guild who reportedly sent out their own spies, but now that the leader of the Thieves Guild is dead, I don't know if we're ever going to get that information.
He was one of a few figureheads, part of different clans. No one ever's met the proper person in charge of the Thieves Guild. like the thieves overall, but there was lots of little clans that obviously worked against each other.
Alright,
Not really like an organized guild. It's like little groups of people.
Yeah, there is. It was believed that there was one at the top, kind of pulling all the strings, but they played their hand of cards close to their chest.
Gotcha.
I mean,
Regardless, we're unlikely to get that intel in a timely manner for it to matter.
Yeah. I mean, we could always try the plan I had, but once again, I don't think it...
If I send it to your master, unless he's received supernatural healing, he's probably still recovering, and it would take him a very long time to travel to the Kind Blades, gather them up, and then be back in time for the army.
Yeah.
At most, he could show up as reinforcements in the midst of the battle if it lasts for days and there's a siege.
Yeah.
I tend to feel what my characters feel because I like to put myself in their shoes, so to speak.
Yeah.
Right now, Milk Thistle is feeling incredibly frustrated because, yeah, his plans did not come to fruition. And around him, he sees people making very poor decisions. There's a lot of bickering and infighting, which is the exact opposite of unity. And he's having doubts on what to do right now. You know, he really wants to get counsel with Midnight Vision, but that's still several hours away.
Yeah, I totally understand what you mean on that end, Milk, because I'm the same way with my characters, only mine is more of a sympathetic bond, you could say. So I totally understand where you're going with that.
Yeah. No, I completely understand. That's why I get like yelly when I'm in roleplay mode because it's like, no, Alexandrite's getting frustrated and like he is not going to back down from this, so he just stands up and yells.
Lightning is just completely fucking confused. She's just going with whatever pops into her head at this current moment.
Like, do y'all think the offer Milk Thistle made was unreasonable? It's like, hey, help us out and you can be part of civilization again?
No, not really. Maybe.
I guess.
It sounds like an ultimatum, like...
No, the problem
Yeah,
is
it does sound like you were
don't
saying
want.
help us or you'll never be accepted.
You don't want to, that's the problem. We are offering the best meat to a vegan.
You know, that's a pretty good analogy, Nightshine.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you know, what I said in character, you know, if these people want to stay in the shadows, let them stay there. They can get left behind in ashes if that's what they want. I genuinely mean that.
Lightning is more coming at this in the way that, yeah, these people aren't really fighters. They're more of the caretakers.
Yeah. I can understand that part.
But every civilization, every tribe needs to have warriors. You know, if you're not willing to protect what's yours, you can expect it to be stolen or destroyed.
The Battle of the Bones sounded more like a. It sounded more like Styx was disappointed in it than anything else. So it's understandable why he probably doesn't really want to get involved in fighting for Vilga Town, considering that this place is essentially, you know, a big just thing on the Tribe of Bones. This is more like a trophy of, haha, we won, you're evil.
I get
Sorry, you go ahead.
He doesn't care about that part. It's more of the fact that there was just a bunch of unneeded loss of life.
I get that, and it reminds me of another piece of fiction from the Wheel of Time series where there was a tribe of people, I can't remember their name, but they lived in the desert. The what?
The Leaf.
Yeah, the Way of the Leaf. And, but, you know, no, after that, it was after Randall Thule went through the trials and came back with the truth that the desert people, who were all warriors, were formerly from the Way of the Leaf. And it completely broke them. You know, there was only a fraction of them left because they either threw themselves down on their spears or they broke off to create civil war and all this other stuff. So all that remained was like a very, very small portion, like 10% of the original size of the tribes. And I kind of think that's what happened with the Battle of Broken Bones, is the Tribe of Bones, came together to fight a big battle, but it just absolutely broke them and shattered them, so they don't have that fight in them anymore. But, yeah, I mean, if they've gotten comfortable in their way of life and they're not willing to fight for what they have anymore. So if that's how they want to live out the rest of their life, if everything is going to get destroyed and they're okay with that because that's just the cycle of life, everyone dies eventually, then they can live in the ashes that's left. I don't see the Tribe of Bones participation being valid or important to this campaign at this point. That's my take on it.
I am gonna head out.
All right, good night, Lonnie.
I'll
Good
see
one.
you.
Good night, lady. And
Yeah.
I'm gonna go take mine out too. So.
I will pause the stream here as well.
Nice stream.
I'll see you there. Thank you.
Bye.
Nice.